Braun Strowman versus The Fiend in a singles match for the Universal Championship. I'm looking forward to this, not because, like, as a match, I don't really care. I don't expect it to be too good, but they've got me hooked with this story with Alexa Bliss. I don't think this is a whole, like, ruse, like, oh, Braun and Alexa in on it from the beginning, ha ha ha. Like, he threw her down on SmackDown. He acted like a fucking dick. He's like, I don't give a shit about you, essentially, a couple of weeks ago. I mean, I feel like if he's not going heel, he's definitely not winning that belt. He's definitely not retaining the belt at SummerSlam. And listen, I like Braun. You're a big Braun guy. I don't think his reign has been great overall. I really don't. A lot of it isn't his fault. There's no fans. That's kind of how he works as a babyface. There's no He's a very fan-oriented guy, let's face it. He's a big audience-oriented guy. Without them, he's not nearly as special. So the reign has been kind of a flop, and that's the booking's fault too. He's only faced like 3 different people since April. So I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of this, but of him being champion. That's why I say The Fiend has got to win. And I know people are saying, oh, it's going to be predictable if Alexa cost Braun the championship. Dude, who gives a shit? I don't care if it's predictable. In this case, The Fiend has got to win. And the guy wasn't lighting the world on fire as champion earlier this year, but he's a better option, in my opinion, than Braun Strowman at this current point. So I say The Fiend wins with the help of Alexa Bliss. Do you concur, RJ?
I concur because I just think that's the way it's going. As a heel champion, there's way more babyface on SmackDown for him to work with. And at this point, who else is Braun face? King Corbin? Come on. I mean, I don't get. He's kind of run course. I would say Sheamus. He's been losing to Jeff Hardy, so don't think that's going to happen. I like Braun as champion, but I completely agree with you saying he's more of a, like, when he did the whole fucking run around the ring and give the guy the shoulder block, like, that's very crowd oriented. He just is very, like you said, I think he's a very crowd-oriented guy, so now with no champion, he just doesn't, with no crowd, he just doesn't seem as important and as interesting, so I don't think his reign has been a flop. I just think he hasn't really faced many people. He's faced The Fiend at 2 different times, but just 2 different variations.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
That was just kind of dumb. I honestly couldn't even tell you who else he faced. Ziggler, maybe? I don't know.
Nobody, dude. He beat Goldberg. He faced Bray at Money in the Bank. He faced Miz and Morrison, which was terrible. And then that was it. He had the swamp fight last month, so that's really the extent of his reign over the last 4 months.
Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I like Braun. I don't really even watch SmackDown that much, but I think storyline, I don't think Braun and Alexa are cahoots. I think hopefully she's like a disciple for Bray now. Switch her character up. I love Alexa Bliss, but she's been the same bitchy heel forever. I know that she was just babyface, but she was the same exact character as she was as a heel. Dressed the same, looked the same. Maybe it was nice instead. So hopefully this is a whole new character arc for her. Maybe down the line go back to that same bitchy Bliss character, but for now I think as like a not Sister Abigail, but some kind of disciple for Bray Wyatt would be very interesting, and I'm down for that.
100%. I think a character change for Braun is necessary. I think The Fiend needs someone like Alexa in his act, and I think for Alexa it helps rejuvenate her character as well, so I feel like it'd be a win-win-win if The Fiend wins on Sunday, and I say he should. We get to the main event, or at least what should be the main event, and it absolutely has to be. I don't want to see some shit with Braun. I mean, again, what I just said, closing the show, I don't want to see that main event. We had the swamp fight in the main event last month. Cool. Like, I mean, I didn't honestly have an issue with that just because I was interested to see what they would do with that fight. As a match, though, I don't expect it to be that good. It should not go on last. Just because they want this big angle of Alexa Bliss joining The Fiend, which she should, again, I don't want to see that go on last.